Hey all, hope you're doing well. So with the frozen tundra we got going on outside, I'd rather be sitting on an island, maybe with a drink in hand, versus talking NEC islands. But we're going to go ahead and do that today. And I like talking NEC, so we'll have some fun with it. So over the past several cycles of the NEC, we've seen 210.52c change, I would say kind of like a pendulum swing. So back in 2020, we had some specifics around receptacles. They were, of course, required for island and peninsula outlets. And then in 2023, we saw a shift take place where they weren't necessarily required to be installed, but if they were installed, there was a couple ways they have to be installed. Or if you didn't install them, you just had to put a future provision in for those receptacles. And I know there's been a lot of discussion around it. I've got a blog that I wrote, I think starting with the 2023 to 2020 change, and then I've morphed it ever since. And just recently changed it to update and reflect the 2026 changes as well. And that one's by far the most read blog I have. So I know there's a lot of buzz out there around island receptacles and wanting to know that. So hopefully we can go into this today and give you a little more insight into what the 2026 changes look like, which aren't quite as drastic as what we've seen the last couple cycles with, like I said, that kind of what I would call a pendulum swing in what we had. So we're going to jump into NFPA link, and I'm going to go into the 2026 NEC and navigate down to 210.52c. And we'll take a look at those changes. So if we navigate our way down to C, this is our countertops and work surfaces section. If we move down to 3, let's start with 2, so we can talk a little bit about that, and then we'll move on to 3. So 2's island and peninsula countertop and work surfaces. So this is where the NEC kind of shifted in the 2023. It says if provided, and that's a little bit different language now. And if I open the section here, we can see exactly what was changes. So what's on the left is the 2026 language, and what's on the right is what the 2023 language was. So just really some wordsmithing here. You can see it was on the right hand side receptacle outlets if installed. Now it's if provided to serve an island or county. I'm going to slide this down a little bit because I think my video might be getting in the way. The receptacle outlets if installed, blah, blah, blah. Now it's if provided to serve. So there's this if, right? We don't have to put it in, but if we don't, that's the second sentence here, if a receptacle is not provided to serve an island or peninsula countertop, electrical provisions shall be provided at the island or peninsula for a future additional receptacle outlet to serve the island or peninsula. So didn't really change, a little wordsmithing there, but we still have it's not really required, but if we do, it needs to meet the criteria of C3 and now new section C4 that's brought in. So C3, you'll see here that in the list items on C3 are highlighted, but nothing has changed in the 2026. I'm going to close that out. Nothing has changed in the 2026 with this language, and I want to talk to you about that too. I'm going to switch to another screen here real quick just to navigate through this. So the 2026 NEC changes, and we always think of NEC, if it's shaded, something had to change in it. It's either a new section or something was changed word-wise or something was added, and that's not necessarily the case. And we've got a page that we've put in to kind of help navigate this for users. So with this, we've got changes that we've been doing. So there's been a lot of stuff that's been moved over the last couple cycles to list format. So it went from paragraph form, for example, like AFCIs. At one point, were listed the rooms that needed AFCIs in paragraph form. And it was kind of cumbersome to look, not very user-friendly to look at that paragraph and try to figure it out. So that was broken out into list format. I think 2 cycles ago on that one, but don't quote me for sure. But so we've been making some of these list changes, trying to get the code just a little more user-friendly, based on having things in list format. So some of that's been done. But with the list format, there's been some tagging that we've had to do on the back end from a digital aspect, and some of this is being done for future enhancement for the 2029 edition of the NEC, which is proposed to have a more robust structure change, I guess you could say. So it will, we'll get through, this process. But for what's going on, the 2026 NEC has some shading in areas that you're going to probably look at if you got your 2026 book open, your 2023, and say, I just don't see the change here. Understand that those changes are also based on digital tagging and things of that nature for this edition as we try to make that transition. So there's some information here, and we don't have a short URL for this that I can give you, but if you go to your search tool in your browser and just type in NEC shading, which is what I did here to get to this, it's one of the first things that comes up. It's on the NFPA.org site, and it comes here, and it gives you a little overview, kind of what I just said. It talks about how you can confirm, shaded list if it's a technical change. We do have down here the third bullet point has a downloadable free reference that shows lists that have technical changes, and you can click and download that. It's a PDF form. So there's a few different things here. We're trying to make this as easy as possible, but before we go back into the change, I just wanted to talk to you about that, so you know that when you see this shading, this hasn't changed. So like if I were to open the view changes here, you're going to see this language is the same for these list items as it was in the 2023, and that's because again that list grouping was digitally tagged for the way we're morphing the NEC. So hopefully that helps add a little clarity up front. I have heard some stuff about that from people, and we're trying to get a little more clarity. But what the real change was for 2026 in the NEC is the addition of 21052C4, which specifically states where receptacle outlets are not permitted. So required or permitted receptacle outlets installed in a location that's accessible outside a cabinet or wall surfaces that are below countertops and work surfaces shall comply with the following. So these are things they have to comply with both. So the receptacle outlets shall not be installed on adjacent walls extending from the base cabinets within 24 inches. So if we think of a peninsula in this case that essentially forms a T coming off the wall, and extends out as far as the peninsula goes, but you have the adjacent wall that's perpendicular to it. In this case, on that adjacent wall, you can't have an outlet installed that's within 24 inches of the countertop. So we're specifically stating within this area, these cannot be installed. If we look at it over here, we've got receptacle outlets beneath countertops. And I should back up. So the first one, I kind of mix these two up. But the first one is talking about cabinets, the cabinet specific. So extending from the base of the cabinets. So you can't have one within 24 inches of the cabinet. So off the wall, 24 inches, so it has to be beyond that. And now, list item 2, we get into the countertop specific stuff. So countertops, it cannot be located within 24 inches of the countertop or work surface. So wherever that peninsula countertop extends to, or island thing, you can't put it on the backside within 24 inches. The exception to this is if they are installed in a drawer, they can be permitted below the countertop or work surface. So that's really what we're looking at with these changes is a little more clarity added specifically to where receptacles around island and peninsulas cannot be installed. And that should help more with a little bit more uniformity with jurisdictions enforcing this, and hopefully get a little clarity for everyone around specifically where they can and can't be installed if they're being installed. So hopefully this helps. And if you have any concerns, questions about this, the 2029 NEC is open for public input now. So you can go and give your opinion on what you think needs to change or what you think's good about it, or however that looks. But that is out there and available. So until next time, remember, stay current and stay safe. Take care, everybody.